AFTV Daily is powered by NordVPN, bringing you all the action from the World Cup in Qatar. Hi and welcome along to AFTV in Qatar for the World Cup. Brought to you today by NordVPN. Don't forget, you can get your NordVPN by clicking the link in the description. NordVPN is absolutely brilliant and essential when you're on the road, when you're on holiday, when you're like what I am at the moment at the World Cup. So you're taking photographs. I've been taking loads of them since I've been over there, and you want to access those safely. NordVPN, perfect. Keeps it encrypted. Absolutely essential. Keeps all of your stuff private whilst you're on your travels. And you know people can easily these days hack into your phone. So make sure you get your NordVPN. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee if you don't like it. If you want to get one right now, go to the link in the description as the flies jump on my face. NordVPN.com/AFTV to be invincible. Flies, go away. Leave me alone this morning, man. That's the one thing over here, man. These flies, like normal flies, they land and you go, and they're gone. These ones are like, no, hold on, I'm sticking around for a while. Listen, the World Cup continues over here in Qatar. I went to a brilliant game last night. It was Argentina who went through beating Australia by 2-1. It was the Messi show. It was all about Messi in his 1,000th game. He scored in the game. He controlled the game. He ran the game. And also the fans, the Argentinian fans, for me, are the best ones over here. They're absolutely incredible. They have flown to this country en masse. They're everywhere, right? And in the stadium, they create such an unbelievable atmosphere that every game that Argentina are playing over here, it's like a home match. And it was great to be there last night. It was a great World Cup experience and really, really enjoyed it. And Messi, again, is the main guy. And could he lift this World Cup? Could he go all the way with Argentina? Certainly. They've got a good team. They've got the support, and they're the first team through to the quarterfinals. So congratulations going out to them. Not so great for Matt Turner, the USA goalkeeper, of course, who plays for Arsenal. His tournament has come to an end. The USA beaten 3-1 by the Netherlands. They are out. The Netherlands progress. But I think Matt Turner's done very well in this tournament. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when we first signed him, wondered, who's Matt Turner? Where did we get him from? He's been in goal. I think the USA have had a decent campaign, and Matt Turner can hold his head up high. He's had a very, very good tournament, so well done to Matt Turner. But he is out of the tournament and will now return home. Talking about returning home, Gabriel Jesus, of course, we spoke about this yesterday. We did a bit of breaking news on it when we got the news over here in Qatar that he's out of the World Cup. And a big blow to him personally, because we know how passionate all Brazilians are about playing for their country and playing in the World Cup. So he'll be absolutely gutted about that. For us as Arsenal fans, it's really, really worrying news. Now, there are some reports saying that he could be out for a couple of weeks, some for 3 to 4 weeks. I've even seen a report today suggesting he could be out for 3 months, maybe requiring surgery on the knee. Knee injuries for a footballer is never, ever good news. We're hoping that it's just going to be something minor, but if it's not minor and it does require surgery and he was out for 3 months, that would be an absolute disaster for Arsenal, because he has been absolutely integral to everything that Arsenal have been doing this season. So let's hope for the best on this one. He's still yet to get like a full scan and a full diagnosis on it. But it's not looking good news at the moment for Gabriel Jesus. And that surely means that we have to go into the transfer market in January and try and sign somebody, because it's such a big hole to fill. And I know Eddie Nketiah is there. And by the way, he scored yesterday. There was a behind closed doors friendly that Arsenal played against Watford, which they lost actually 4-2. They were winning 2-1 at half-time. Eddie with one of the goals. And it's good to see Eddie scoring. And apparently he looked very sharp in the game. At half-time, Arsenal changed the team around and brought on a youth team and ended up losing the game by 4-2. But good and encouraging to see Eddie on the score sheet. But it could be Eddie Nketiah, or it will be Eddie Nketiah, that will be leading the line when we go into that game against West Ham, because Jesus looks like he's going to be out for that game. And this is the worrying thing that we've all been worried about for a long time, is the backup. Do we have sufficient backup for some of these key players like Gabriel Jesus, like a William Saliba, like a Thomas Partey? That is the question. But this is a big blow for Arsenal, and let's hope it's not surgery, and that, we can get somebody in. Now, will that signing be Mikhailo Mudryk of Shakhtar Donetsk? Again, the rumours are hotting up that a signing could be done for around about £40 million in January. There's so many suggestions I'm seeing that it's a done deal. It's done. And certainly, if this is going to get done, it is something that probably a lot of negotiations will probably have to be, and talks behind the scenes have to be going on from now, so that we can get him in very early in the January transfer window. Now, I don't know if you guys have yet seen an incredible picture with Cecil. He's over in LA at the moment. He went into a restaurant, and actually it's the most incredible moment. He met in that restaurant Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke, Edu, and also Arteta. They're all out there discussing. I think they're going to watch the LA Rams as well. They're obviously discussing transfer stuff and the way forward. But for Cecil just to go into a random restaurant and run into them, I mean, I don't know how this guy does it, man, but amazing picture. But surely they are discussing the transfer business for January, which is going to have to be very, very good. There's another player actually over in the States at the moment called Fernando Torres of Orlando City. Now, he's a Uruguayan, 22, and Arsenal said to be really, really interested in him as well. I remember seeing him play against Arsenal when we played over in Florida in the summer. And I remember he scored a brilliant goal against us, and I was really impressed with him. He's sort of, if I was to describe his style of playing, he's a bit like Martinelli in that he's full of running, very skillful, and as I said, he scored a fantastic goal against us. I don't know if he does this consistently week in, week out for Orlando, but Arsenal said to be interested in him as well. But I'm sure that those guys were meeting up to discuss business, transfer business, because especially with the injury now to Jesus, we're really, if we're going to sustain this title challenge, we're really going to have to spend some money in January and get those players in early. Could it be Marco Asensio, who I also spoke about yesterday, of Real Madrid? That could be an option. But certainly Arsenal are going to have to get busy in this transfer market. Now, of course, today, massive game at the World Cup going on. You know the game I'm talking about. France versus Poland. Only joking. Of course, France versus Poland is the early game. That could, probably not, but it could feature William Saliba. I very much doubt it. They'll probably go with their first established team. But France taking on Poland. But then later on, the big one, England versus Senegal. Huge game. Was having a debate with a few fans last night as to who will start the game. Will it be Saka or will it be Rashford? Rashford, of course, who scored in the last game, looked really sharp. But then, of course, Saka scored in the first game, looked really sharp and has been doing well. It's going to be really interesting to see if the manager starts with Saka or he starts with Rashford. But of course, this is a huge game for England. We know the score now. If you lose, you go home. Right? That's it. You're out. If you win, you progress through to the quarterfinals, which is more than likely, on paper, you look at it, it's more than likely looking like it'd be England versus France if both teams prevail today. But huge games. I'm going to be at the England game later on. I'm really looking forward to that one. And I'm hoping that England can progress. I met up with a couple of England fans last night at the Argentinian game. Unfortunately, they were going back home today, so they're going to miss the game. They said that by the time their flight lands, the game will, when their flight's in the air, the game will be progressing. So I hope for those guys, are really nice guys, when the plane lands, they will be talking about an England victory. But big game tonight for Bukayo Saka. If he doesn't start, I fully expect him to figure in that game, and a huge game for everybody back home. So, really looking forward to that one tonight. Right, time to get into my NordVPN player or team of the day. It can only go to one person, and that goes to Messi. You know, he stood up yesterday for his country, scored a brilliant goal. It was a really, really tight game to begin with. Australia had everybody behind the ball. You need that extra bit of class to unlock that defence, and it was Messi with a pinpoint finish. And then after that, he was running the game, little flicks, tricks, taking players on. It was a vintage performance by him, and absolutely fantastic by Messi. So Messi gets my NordVPN player of the day. Congratulations to him. And before I go as well, I've got to say get well soon to Pele. We know that Pele, another absolute legend, has been not doing too well in recent times. Let's hope that he can get well soon as well. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out nordvpn.com/AFTV to get your deal right now. And remember, there's a money back guarantee if you don't like it. But check it out right now in the description. And don't forget to check out all of the content that we've been doing over here around the World Cup. Go over to DR Sports, the parent channel. Click in the description there and subscribe right now. If you want to see me and the Argentinian fans last night, it was absolutely incredible. Make sure you get over there and check that video out right now. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you all tomorrow.